So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this two-part series of how to go from literally zero, no niche, no skills, no experience, no testimonials, no nothing, maybe working a 9-to-5 job, to making your first $1,000 online in the next 3 days flat by following the hybrid system 1.0 and 2.0. Now, for those that don't know, this is a video that is part 2 of a two-part series. So if you haven't watched part 1, go watch that right now. I'll leave the link in the description. Part 1 was an overview of the system, why it's needed, how you can leverage it, and results that it actually works. There's over 480 plus testimonials or something like that, 450 plus testimonials with another 100 on the way. So it's like 550 testimonials that this stuff actually works, specifically for beginners. So if you're a beginner, I typically have come across this same type of person that keeps booking in calls with me, or they keep DMing me on Instagram, which I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys, and commenting as well, that comment on my videos, the majority of you guys have kind of said to me, look, Montel, honestly, I do want to build digital products, and I do want to build a personal brand, and I do want to sell, coaching and that sort of stuff. The only problem is that I'm like an 18 to 26-year-old that's working a 9-to-5 job. I don't even like my life. I'm miserable and I just want to get out of 9 to 5. How can I go about coaching somebody if I don't even like my life? Isn't that a scam? And I'm like, you know what, actually fair enough. We're gonna have to start you off somewhere. So just a recap, I called that type of person a Ben. I don't know why I called it Ben, by the way. Maybe I just called it just a type of person. So this type of person keeps coming across my desk. They have different faces, different names, but they've pretty much got the same characteristics. They've got no skills, no experience, no testimonials, no niche. They work a crappy 9-to-5 job, or they're about to go into the 9-to-5 realm and they don't want to go down that route. They want to prove to their parents that they can actually start a business, and they want to go from no business to their very first business. So I'm going to show you exactly how you go about doing that. But just to premise this, before anybody says, oh my God, Montel, you're selling digital products and consulting, I'm here to say, yes, digital products and consulting are the two best business models to transition into. The only problem is, and I've tried this for the last 12 months, so I can literally say, F off to those people that want to say that, I've tried to help beginners go from literally zero business to selling their first digital product online, to selling coaching online, because that's where the big money is at. So don't let these gurus fool you. Again, my mantra, one more time, on this YouTube channel is to go from the one buying courses to the one that's actually selling courses, but the legit versions of them. The one from who's buying coaching to the one that's offering and selling coaching. That's where I want you to be at. That is the ultimate goal, I believe, and you'll be happiest, make the most money doing those things. The only problem is that the average person that comes across my desk watching my YouTube videos literally has zero skills, to the point where they don't even know. They don't even know what they don't know, to the point where I tell them to build a personal brand and they just haven't done anything with their lives. So even picking up a camera and being able to speak to it, just like I'm doing right now, to build a personal brand, they literally say to me, Montel, I don't even have anything to talk about. And I've realized the reason why they don't have anything to talk about is because they haven't done stuff with their lives. They haven't done stuff. So they don't have things to talk about. You see what I'm trying to say? Most people just haven't done anything with their lives. Not to say that that's a bad thing. It's just we're indoctrinated into this 9-to-5 slave system, to be honest with you, and that's what I want to help people free themselves with. So, or free themselves from. So just to recap, this is for those that are a Ben of the world, no skills, no experience, no nothing, no testimonials, no niche, no offer, you don't even have an idea as to what to do. Again, one more time, you will make more money doing coaching and consulting and selling digital products, and I haven't done software yet, but eventually go on to do software. You make more money from these types of businesses, level 3, 4, and 5, than you will with level 1 and level 2. There is no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. Anybody that can argue with that is absolutely insane. Name me an agency right now that's worth $100 million, $200 million, $300 million. I can name you just one person that's worth more than that. Tony Robbins, he's worth like 750 million. I can name you a second person who's worth more than that. Grant Cardone, about 700 million, 650 million, or whatever it is. Those two people alone combined are worth more than most agencies, quite literally. And those agencies that are huge and big have like thousands of staff members, and the profit margins are terrible, quite literally. So, and again, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, those two dudes literally just offer coaching and sell digital products all day, every day. So these two businesses are infinitely more scalable, but you actually have to have skills and experience to get into them, which is why beginners need to start off at the freelancing section, go up to agency, consulting, digital products, and then eventually get into software. That's what my students have done here. There you go, here's Pierre onto a different business model. Here's Callum, done the exact same thing. I've got a few other students as well that I could show you, but let's just jump straight into this. So the best place to go about making your first $1,000 online if you've got no skills is definitely going to be Upwork. I am not affiliated with Upwork in any way, shape or form. For those that don't know, this is what Upwork actually looks like on my screen. Upwork is just a freelance website that you can go and sign up to right now. It's free to actually sign up, but you have to pay real money for connects to apply to these jobs. So let me explain why this is a much better way of getting your first clients for a service-based business than it is to do cold emails, for example. With cold emails, nobody knows you, likes you, or trusts you. You don't build a profile. It's very impersonable. I believe that's even a word. I'm not even too sure if that's a word, but basically it's just a piece of text. When you reach out to somebody, it's just a piece of text on a screen. Not only that, but when you reach out to somebody via email, you don't actually know their pain problems. They might not even be in pain. So if you go and find a bunch of businesses online, for example, real estate businesses, and you start reaching out to them saying that you're going to do their marketing for them, well, you don't even know if those dudes are like 1 minute away from, collapsing and failing their business and closing their business down. You have no idea. You're just guessing. You don't have any idea if they're even in market for your services or even need your services or can even afford your services. What Upwork allows you to do is go to a place where these are jobs being posted out by clients saying, I am looking for a Facebook ads expert. So this is what I actually actively want. I want this right now. So the way how I like to make an analogy about this so it comes across easy for you to understand is cold outreach or cold emails is like going up to a random stranger trying to sell them shit on the street. They don't know you, like you, or trust you. You're probably going to get turned down like 99.9% of the time. Like that's just how it is. Whereas using Upwork is like taking that same thing that you were selling. Let's say it's a hot dog that you was trying to sell to people, but you take that hot dog to a place where you know that there's a hungry crowd, maybe outside of a football game after the football game's done, or maybe outside of the club at like 3 a.m. when people are starving. So Upwork is more of a warmer traffic source. These are people that actually have an issue and they want a solution for that issue. For example, this person's just put, we are seeking a talented Facebook ads expert to join our team. There you go. They're literally saying, I want a Facebook ads expert to join our team. And by the way, there are so many jobs on here, it's insane. Like this is 10 jobs per page. I'm gonna scroll down to page 2, scroll over to like page 100. So you can see how many jobs there actually are on here. So again, I've just gone to page 100. There's 10 jobs on each page. That means I've just skipped over 1,000 jobs. So you need about 14 clients, honestly, like $600 a month to make 8.4K per month, which is a 6-figure per year business. I've helped multiple students do this. A lot of students do this, not only quit their jobs and then go on to build like a 10K per month agency, and then they've gone on to build personal brands and then digital product businesses and coaching businesses and consulting businesses. That's the aim for you. Don't get stuck running an agency. Don't get stuck there. I think agencies are a stepping stone business, which are a great stepping stone businesses for beginners to start, but don't get stuck there. That's my whole spiel on this YouTube channel. So that's what Upwork is. It's a freelance website where clients go to post out a job and you apply to those jobs. To apply to these jobs, it costs you connects. If I click on this job, for example, you can see that it costs 19 connects. The connects have gone up in price, but I'm going to show you how to counteract that quite easily. So now you know what Upwork actually is. Let's talk about creating your profile if you've got no past case studies or past work or anything or portfolio. And again, I just want to say this real quick. I was using Upwork to scale my agency even when I had a profile with 2 really bad reviews on it, because I had arguments with 2 clients, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I was a hothead back then. I had 2 bad arguments with clients and they left me 2 negative reviews and I was still getting clients. I have low earnings on my Upwork profile because I don't use Upwork in the way it's intended to be. Wink, wink. I'm not going to say too much or I'm probably going to get my account shut down. But if you want to know more about that, genuinely just DM me on Instagram. I'll explain it. I'm not going to say it publicly because you can get your Upwork account banned, allegedly. Wink, wink. So what you want to do is you want to create a client account. This is what I've noticed. First of all, you want to create a freelancer account. There's 2 types of accounts you can create on Upwork, just real quick. You want to create a freelancer account, which is just a person who's just going to be a freelancer that's going to be offering stuff. Now, when creating your account, I remember back in the day, there was a little bit of a issue with creating a social media marketing type of account / Facebook ads type of account. Literally just create any account and just pretend that you're offering, I don't know, Japanese translation to English. Not even joking. That's one of the ways we can actually get you approved on Upwork very, very quickly by just changing what you're supposed to be offering to like Japanese translation, just to get accepted onto the profile, by the way. onto the platform, should I say, and then you change your profile back to offering social media marketing, social media management. So you can do that if you don't get approved the first time or the second time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Most of the time, you're just gonna get accepted onto Upwork anyway. You then immediately, once you've created your freelancer account, to even know what to create on your freelancer account, just put in some default text, just do it as best as you possibly can. Don't overthink it. We're gonna change this up in a second anyway. So just get on the platform, register, sign up with any email. Don't even overthink that. I've literally had people tell me, Montel, what email address should I use to sign up to Upwork? It doesn't matter, just sign up. Please just sign up, it does not matter. Stop overthinking literally everything. How can you overthink signing up to a friggin' website? That is insane. That's insanity. If that's what's gonna stop you from creating a business, signing up, and you don't know what email to use, that's insane. Anyway, sign up and you're gonna create a client account as soon as you create a freelancer account. So you're gonna jump onto Upwork, and this is what it looks like when you actually type in something onto Upwork. And if I click over here, you can see that I've got a freelancer account with my face on it, and then you can see that I've got a client account here called MCG Agency. So what I want to do is I want you to create both profiles. Your freelancer account is where you go to make money and apply to jobs, and your client account is where you go to hire people to work with you as a team, or you hire like media buyers. You hire a media buyer is just somebody who runs Facebook ads, by the way. A social media manager is just somebody you can hire to do social media management for you. So what you want to do, and the reason why I'm telling you to create a freelancer, a client account, is so that you can find other people that are offering social media marketing / social media management type jobs. So what you can do is you can type in social media marketing, you can click on here, click on talent, press enter, and what that will allow you to do is basically start searching for other people that actually offer the services that you want to start applying to. Because again, Upwork has these, with Upwork you'll start seeing trends as to what's hot. As in, if you go to Upwork, just type in social media marketing, just the word social media marketing, spend one day just going through all the jobs and just note down on like a tally chart how many social media marketing jobs you see, how many Facebook ads jobs you see, or like copywriting jobs you see. Pick the one that gets the most, that's been posted about the most, because that's going to be the hottest offer right now in the marketplace. Again, the marketplace determines your success. You can't just come on to Upwork and be like, oh, I'm a graphic designer, I'm just gonna offer graphic design. Well, if there's no jobs for graphic design, well then you're gonna have to learn a skill that the market actually wants. That's called the reverse market approach. You actually go to the market first, you see what they want, and then you offer the thing that they want. The way how I like to explain this to complete beginners is, imagine you go to a party, like a housewarming party, and your new neighbor says bring some food for the housewarming party or some shit like that, and you don't know what to make, so you end up just making tuna sandwiches for everybody to take. But then you go to the housewarming party and nobody wants tuna sandwiches. Well, then you're gonna look like a dumbass. What you should have done is you should have gone to the housewarming party or asked your neighbor what type of food does everybody like, and then you go and make that food or figure out how to make that food, because they might have all wanted peri-peri chicken but you brought tuna sandwiches. It's the same thing. Don't bring graphic design to Upwork if graphic design isn't the thing that people want to eat. You know what I'm trying to say? In fact, I've got a saying for this. Give Susie what Susie wants for lunch. Susie is representative of your market, just like how Ben is representative of my market. Well, it's a characteristic trait, it's an avatar. So Susie is a person that wants tuna sandwiches or chicken sandwiches, and you've got tuna sandwiches. Well, she's not gonna eat the tuna sandwiches. You see what I'm trying to say? So your market determines what services that you offer. That's a big lesson within itself. So let's jump straight into this. So with what we're doing here is we're looking for just freelancers, talent type, just freelancers. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna scroll all the way down to job success. We're gonna click 90 and above, earned amount, 10K and above. So what this is gonna allow us to do is basically reverse engineer all of the profiles that have earned a good amount, over 10 grand through Upwork. By the way, wink, wink. If you wanna know how to earn outside of Upwork, wink, wink, drop me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram will be below. But long story short, you wanna start looking at these people that have got really good profiles, because you don't even know how to create a good profile yet. So the best way to figure out how to create a good profile is to just go and find examples of good profiles and see what they're putting in their profiles. So go and find people that have a 90% job success score and a lot of earned money, and just go through and spend maybe half a day just going through some profiles. Find like 5 to 10 and then start really honing down on your top 3 out of the 10 profiles that you see, and start stealing and repurposing and reverse engineering. Don't steal, but reverse engineer. Definitely don't steal. Reverse engineer the bits that you like from the profile. For example, let's say this guy has a very engaging question at the top. Well, then you might like that and you might want to reword that. This person might have a certain layout in their portfolio that they have on their profile. Well, then you might want to reverse engineer that. This person might have a good like bullet point listed way. Another person might have like a very good guarantee. Well, what you can do is start taking elements from all these different profiles, the things that really caught your attention and that made you think, you know what, this is actually a good profile. Then you can use that to combine it all into one profile. And now you've got like a Frankenstein profile of all these best bits that you found from top freelancers combined onto your profile, making it super strong. So that's how you're gonna go about creating your actual freelancer account, by creating a client account to find other people's accounts so that you can actually then reverse engineer their descriptions, their profile, the portfolios, that sort of stuff. Like I said, combine your 3 favorite profiles that have all, and they all must have at least made 10 grand a month, or 10 grand, excuse me, on the Upwork profile, on the, through Upwork. It should say that on their statistics. Here you go. Earned 100K plus. That's how you know this marketplace is absolutely crazy, by the way, and there's a lot of potential on there. To earn just 100 grand just through Upwork is absolutely insane. The amount of money they probably made outside of Upwork, wink, wink, is probably crazy. And they've got to have a job success score of 90 and above, again. Now, I'm gonna give you 6 additional options here for those that wanna create an account on Upwork, but you just don't have any testimonials. Or what you can do is you can use like AI to create a portfolio of like your social media management skills or Facebook ad skills or whatever it is. Especially for social media management, you can definitely use AI to create you a bunch of like images. I'm pretty sure if you guys just show like how to use, I think it's DALL-E, I believe the software is called, the AI is. You can just go use like something like DALL-E, ChatGPT to actually create like a portfolio of sample work. You can also use like templates, portfolio templates online. You can literally just type in portfolio templates right now, and you can just learn how to use Photoshop within like half a day to create yourself a portfolio. And the aim of this, let me explain something. If you're gonna offer social media management and like social media marketing, all you've got to do is provide sample work. Just work that shows that you are capable of at least managing social media accounts. And if you're not even capable of managing social media accounts, what I'm gonna recommend you do is spend 100 hours on YouTube, yes, 100 hours on YouTube, learning a skill that you find is in demand on Upwork. So if you keep seeing that social media management is very popular on Upwork, well then you know there's a market for it, which validates that you should probably go and learn that skill. So there's no point, and I hate when beginners do this. They learn a bunch of skills, but they don't know if people actually want those skills. So there's no point learning a skill like, for example, let's say copywriting, for example. I'm not saying that copywriting is not in demand. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But let's say you went and learned copywriting just because you just wanted to learn copywriting. That's a wrong way to look at it. You actually need to think about what is it that the market wants, and then how do I figure out how to solve that market and that market's needs. So figure out what they're hungry for, and then figure out how to cook that thing that they're hungry for, and then deliver it to them and serve it to them. That's the way you should start thinking about it. So you're gonna do this, or what you used to do, but in reverse. You're gonna find out what the market wants first, and then you're gonna offer what the actual market wants. And the best way to do that and to learn skills is to literally go to YouTube and just type in the thing, how to do social media management, how to manage Instagram accounts, how to grow Instagram accounts, how to go from 0 followers to 5,000 followers on Instagram, and you're just gonna spend 100 hours watching the top videos on YouTube. And I'm not joking, after 100 hours, you will probably know more than like 90% of people as to what to do. I'm not even joking. Alex Hormozi said this in one of his videos. He said that the barrier of entry is so low these days that to just be better than most people, it doesn't really take that much. Most people just aren't that good at what they do or what they claim to do. They're just not that good. Most people are lazy. They watch Netflix all day. I've never read a book. When was the last time you read a book on how to actually make money? Like, a lot of people claim they want to be a millionaire, but how many books have you actually read this year on how to actually become a millionaire and manage money? Like, most people aren't willing to do that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people will say that they want to get into investing. And then I'll ask them like, okay, how many books have you read on investing? And they'll literally say 0, which is akin to me saying I want to get big and bulky, even though I've got like noodle arms, quite literally. And then you ask me, well, Montel, what are you doing in order to, beef up your arms and, get hench, as we say over here in the UK? And I say, oh, I've never been to the gym in my life. Well, then you're gonna be like, well, you're not very serious, are you? It's the exact same principle. So here are your 6 options. You can use AI to build a portfolio of social media management like templates for you and the actual images themselves. I know you guys have seen the AI DALL-E. I believe it's called DALL-E or something, whatever it's called, that you can actually use, DALLE at the end, that basically shows you what basically creates images for you. You can use that to put in your like a portfolio. You can use a portfolio templates that you find online and combine it with a DALL-E, so you can put your images generated by AI into a portfolio template that gives you a portfolio of sample work that shows that you're actually able to use AI, create social media management, create social media images, that sort of stuff. You can also find a social media, and this is kind of like a very good option if you're just a beginner. This is what I would recommend. Is what kind of like what I did and what I recommend in my program, Agency Fermentation, not plugging that. But you can find a social media manager or a Facebook ads media buyer, which are just they're two different things, by the way. A social media manager is someone who manages social media. A Facebook media buyer is somebody who buys media on Facebook. So he's the guy that runs ads basically. And that's supposed to say buyer. There you go. So you can find a media buyer or social media manager on Upwork. That's why you want to create a client account anyway, that's willing to allow you to use their results as leverage under a fair use policy. You need to have a fair use policy that basically states that you can't run off with their results, use their results, and then pretend that they're your own, and basically steal them, steal their results, and then pretend that they're your own. With a signed contract, people will actually be willing to allow you to use their results. And I do have a fair use policy in the program. Anyway, long story short, offer a guarantee. You can also offer a guarantee, which is like a huge risk reversal if you've got no testimonials or anything like that. So the risk is all reversed back onto you. That could be a full money back guarantee, or it could be we work for free until we get you X result type guarantee. Spend 100 hours on YouTube learning a skill on what's popular on Upwork. Or 6, you can just do none of the above and just go for it without a portfolio. And here's the craziest thing. I've actually seen all 6 options work, because there was actually originally 4 options here, but I've changed it to 6. I've seen all 6 options work. I've seen people use AI. I've seen people use portfolio templates. I've definitely seen this, because this is something I teach and still teach to this day and recommend. I've seen people definitely use social media managers templates. I've seen people offer guarantee. I've seen people spend, well, this obviously works because that's actually learning a skill. And then number 6, I've seen people offer no guarantee, no portfolio, no nothing, and they still go and get jobs on Upwork. So that's how you're gonna create your profile so that you're ready. Now let's jump into the maths. I'm gonna go through this really quickly because this is first of all, it's very important, but it gets very boring. So I know that you guys don't wanna sit through like me reading out numbers. So number 1 is you need to know your numbers. When you're on Upwork and you're typing out jobs and you're actually looking for jobs real quick on Upwork, you need to at least know your numbers. You need to track your metrics. How much outreach are you doing per day? How much is that costing you in connects? Because again, to apply to these jobs, when I click on it, you will see that this job, for example, costs 10 connects. So jobs can cost anywhere between like 6 connects at the lowest. I believe it's still is 6 connects, although you probably will rarely ever find jobs at 6 connects. You'll find them more at like 19 connects on average. Put it this way, I opened up 25 jobs earlier and I opened up 25 jobs earlier and I calculated what the average was. It came out to about 13 connects. So you're going to be spending money on these actual connects, which is why a sheet like this, by the way, the reverse engineering sheet, is so friggin' important, because it allows you to track your metrics, it allows you to track how many clients you need, which then in turn gives you the amount of outreach you need and how much you need to spend on Upwork Connects. If you want just 4 clients this month in 30 days, for example, it will show you that you need to do 15 outreach per day, and it's going to show you how much that's going to come into. At the worst case scenario, how much your actual connects are going to actually cost you. So you need to know your numbers. Not only do you need to know your numbers, but this allows you to charge a different price. This is where you're going to get your pricing from. Because I know a lot of you guys are like, oh my God, what's the niche? What's the offer? What's the niche? On Upwork, you don't niche down. You don't niche down by industry, you niche down by service. For example, niching down by industry is like you do Facebook ads, but for only real estate agents. That would be niching down by service and industry, which is good, but you can't do that on Upwork. On Upwork, it's like a free for all. This is just to get you to your first $5,000 a month, by the way. You just use Upwork. It's gonna be messy, embrace the chaos. It's gonna be lower ticket clients, gonna be handling a bunch of different clients in different niches, but you're gonna be doing the same thing for them. If you're doing short form content, then you stick to short form content. If you're doing short form content, if you're doing Facebook ads, stick to Facebook ads. If you're doing social media management, stick to social media management. You may have to do a little bit of social media management here and a bit of short form content as well. So be kind of like a they call it T-shaped. Know a lot about a little, but be an expert at like a few things, one or two things. So you want to be kind of like T-shaped when you're on Upwork. So know the maths as well. You need to know your maths so you can actually work this out so that you're not spending ridiculous amounts on connects and you're like, oh my God, it's not profitable. So you need to know your numbers. It roughly takes about 100 to about 175 outreach on Upwork to land one client. And it gets easier as the more you close. When I first jumped onto Upwork, it was December 2019, and it took me to December 23rd, so Christmas Eve's Eve, to close my first ever client for $600 per month times 3. They were from, where were they from again? Trinidad and Tobago, I believe it was. It was one of the Caribbean island kind of like countries. I think it was actually from Trinidad and Tobago. And it was a $600 per month client for 3 months. And that was $1,800. I did 15 working days of outreach at 10 outreach a day. So I did 150 outreach to get that first client. So just to put that into perspective for you, if you think that's a lot, if you were doing cold emails, let's just be real, you're gonna need about 10x that. Not even joking. It'll probably take you about even 1,000 emails. I've seen people do 14,000 emails, cold emails, with good scripts, a good guarantee, good money back, good testimonials, good case studies. 14,000 outreach and they still haven't closed a single client. I've even seen people offer to do their service for free and they pay their client for wasting their time if they don't get results. And they've done 8,000 outreach and they still haven't closed clients. Not even joking, that's how bad cold outreach is. So Upwork is a much warmer traffic source. Now, each job is gonna cost you connects to apply. You buy connects with actual real money. So if you haven't got money to buy connects, either get a job or leverage something like LinkedIn to start getting your first clients by building a personal brand and selling a service that way. Or you can sell old stuff on eBay. I sold my old computer and had to use my little brother's computer. I also sold some old shoes to get money for Upwork Connects as well. And I also was able to close a client on LinkedIn as well, which was my first ever $1,000 per month client, which was a real estate agent. Realistically, it's going to cost you anywhere between 10 to 18 connects per job. So you're going to need to slightly increase your prices on Upwork to counteract this. It's not actually too bad when you do the maths. I'll do the maths for you right now. So 18 connects on the low end to like 18 connects normally on the high end, like 19 connects. If you divide it by 2 to get the average, it's going to cost you about 14 connects to apply to one particular job. One connect, by the way, is 15 cents plus VAT. VAT is 20% over in the UK, whatever your VAT sales tax is over in the US, you have to work it out. So over here in the UK, it works out to be 18 cents to apply to one job. If you apply to, 18 cents is one connect. You need about 14 connects to apply to one job, which is $2.52 per outreach. So $2.52 per outreach. If you need to do 138 outreach, which is just these two, the average of these two numbers, add them together and then divide it by 2, you're doing it takes you about roughly 138 outreach to close a client. So you've got to do 138 outreach on average to close one client, which is about $347 cost per client. That sounds like a lot, but I just opened up 25 qualified jobs and I rarely ever see people spend more than this on Upwork Connects in a single month, and they're able to close like 1 or 2 clients, 3 clients, sometimes 4 clients. I was closing like 5 clients in a week. Not even joking, I think my record was actually 5 clients in a week. And I was spending less than that on Connects. I was spending like $216, I believe it was, on Connects. I just opened up 25 qualified jobs, by the way, 340 Connects. It cost in total to apply to every single one of them, which if you divide it by 25, because there's 25 jobs, 13 connects, 13.8 connects. If you do the maths on that, that's $2.49 per outreach that you're gonna spend on these connects. So your unit economics is going to look like this. You need to, first of all, there's a few things that this determined then. Now that we've got this cost out the way and we've got the calculator down, again, if you want this calculator for free, just click the link below, book in a call. We'll go through it as I give it over to you for free. But you must only apply to jobs that you can charge at least $650 per month for. So you just need to increase your price a little bit more. Not only that, but you need to have a contract in place that's a 3-month minimum. And just like that, you've pretty much solved the Upwork issue. Advertising costs are going up. Cold email costs going up to hire like virtual assistants. Everything's going up. Rent's going up. Everything's going up. So all you've got to do to counteract this is increase your prices. Not only that, but then you've got to start thinking about longer term retention rate. You've got to increase your retention rate by actually offering a good service. So I recommend having a contract in place that's a 3-month minimum. So when you close a client for $650, you don't just get paid that 1 month. You get paid for 3 months straight. So if you do the maths on that, 650 times 3 is $1,950. So if you make $1,950 from $343, that's a 5.6x ROI. That's more profitable than running ads for your own agency. If you don't know, I'm not even joking. That is literally quite literally more profitable than what Charlie Morgan's getting right now on his ads from YouTube ads. And I know that you guys have seen Charlie Morgan's ads. Shout out to Charlie Morgan and Brian Makoda, but by the way, they're running some amazing ads. I've looked into some of their masterminds and whatnot, and I've seen that he's spending like 300, I think it's like 300 grand on ads or whatever it is, and he's getting like a 2.66 ROI on his ads or whatever it was. Well, back when he said that, that's what he was claiming to get, which is quite believable, to be honest with you. Now, just to put that into perspective for you, because I heard somebody say, Montel, isn't it just better if we just skip Upwork and just run straight into ads? I mean, yes, you possibly can, but I'm just going to show you the real cost of running ads for your agency, just so you can kind of see, which is why we use the hybrid system, which is leverage Upwork to get to $5 grand a month by just closing like 10 to 13-ish clients or whatever it is, at like $650 per month. It's probably even a little bit less than that. You get the point though. Yeah, about 10 clients at 650, that's 6.5K a month. So you want to get about 10 clients and then go into looking into ads. Here's why. The cost per ads right now are increasing. So, and this is what it kind of looks like. When you run an ad, it's an ad to a landing page. They watch a video, they opt in to that landing page, they get taken to a video page, which is called a VSL. They watch the VSL, then they book in a call. So there's metrics that you can actually track with this. And I've tracked these. Not only have I tracked these, but these are good numbers as well, by the way, on the screen. So cost per ads look like this. If you're gonna run ads, this is what you'd probably be aiming for. A $3 cost per click, meaning for every $3 you spend on your ad, you should get 1 click onto your ad. 1 in 5 people that click the ad should then opt in to watch your VSL, which means $3 times 5 people is $15 cost per lead. CPL means cost per lead. That's how much it's gonna cost you to generate a new lead. Every $15 you spend, you should generate 1 new lead for your agency. And on the back end, you can market to them and call them and dial their numbers and email them because you've got their name, phone number, and email. 1 in 20 leads should then book in a call automatically just through the VSL and following your funnel, which means if you do the maths, 15 times 20 is $300 cost per book call. By the way, this is golden. This is quite literally a golden number. Like if you've got a ad running and a funnel up and set up, and you're getting a cost per book call of $300, like that's very scalable, very, very scalable. Then if you've got a close rate of 20%, which is just industry average across pretty much everybody, that's literally just the average. I've been talking about 20% close rate since 2018, since I started friggin' talking about closing and stuff like that. 1 in 5 close rate, like 2019 or whenever it was. 1 in 5 close rate means $300 times 5 is 1.5K cost to acquire a client. So for every $1,500 you put into ads, you should close back 1 client, making your cost per acquisition, your cost per client, if you want to call it that, is $1,500. So for this to work, you must be at least charging $2 grand a month for a minimum of 3 months to make $6 grand in total, which gives you a ROAS of 4, which is not as much as the unit economics down here for the Upwork stuff. So running ads is actually a little bit, not only is it a little bit more expensive to get into, it does produce a little bit lower ROAS, but it's more scalable. We won't lie. Ads are gonna be way more scalable, a much better option for scaling long-term than running Upwork stuff. The only problem is that the cost per client is like 1.5K. So if you haven't got 1.5K to spend on acquiring a client, not only that, but your ads take a little while to optimize. So these are when your ads are optimized. You've got to, for ads to work, you've got to lose money. And if you haven't got money to lose, you're probably better off just spending it on Upwork, building up Upwork first to then get the ad money that you then can use from your Upwork clients and then just pay for your ads. So it's like I call it client financed acquisition, or Alex Hormozi also uses that term as well, where it's like you're using Upwork to build up the cash that you need to run ads, because your end goal should be running ads, by the way. Stop doing cold outreach, it sucks. Building personal brands are good, it just takes a long time. The most scalable, quickest way to get clients is literally just turn on ads today. The only problem is that it costs money. So where'd you get this money from? Well, you use your Upwork money to run ads, and that's called the hybrid system 2.0. So save ads for when you're at least at like 3 to like 5 grand a month coming in from like Upwork and LinkedIn and other sources. Now let's talk about getting your first 5 clients. Again, I'm just gonna remind you that it's gonna take you about 100 to 175 outreach to close 1 client. So if you've not done, I would say 175 outreach on Upwork, don't even complain about not closing a client. And it does get easier and easier as you close more clients and you start building up your profile. Just try your best not to get bad reviews, and try your best not to be a hothead as well, or just like take on really bad clients and then you have arguments with them so you get bad reviews. Try as well, this is what I wish I told myself, try as well to build up your profile a little bit better by getting some more reviews on your profile. If you wanna know how to do that, wink, wink, let me know, drop me a DM. On Instagram, but I wish I did that so my earnings look better. But again, even if you got low earnings on Upwork, you can still kill it on there. Because again, I don't use Upwork in the way they intended you to use Upwork. I can't really say too much because you literally will get your account banned if you say that. Seen it happen to somebody else, so I'm not going to try explain that. You can just DM me if you want to know. So your first client is probably going to take you a little bit more than 175 because again, it's just your first client. When it starts optimizing, Upwork starts optimizing, you start building your profile on there. That's one of the beauties of Upwork. The more you build on Upwork, the easier it becomes to get clients because you've got better and better and better and better stats. It's only really that difficult when you first start off. So that it's that first like 3 clients, honestly, that's the hardest. After that, it starts getting easier and easier and easier if you start getting better and better reviews. I've seen this with many, many, many students, by the way. Now, here's the best way to get your first client as a complete beginner on Upwork. The first thing you want to do is you want to post out on your client account as bait. So you want to take one of these jobs, for example. Let's say you would love to apply to this job right here or this job right here, for example. Well, what you could do is you could just literally replicate this title, copy it, copy this, and then what you can do is you go to your client account. You go to your client account here, and then you post out a job posting that's similar to what you've just copied. And you're gonna ask all the questions, because when you apply to jobs on Upwork, let's just see if we can find one real quick. I'm just gonna press apply now. Here you go. These are the questions that you're gonna be asked. Describe your recent experience with similar projects. What you're gonna do is you're gonna write down all the questions you don't know how to answer. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go scrolling through and you're gonna start finding people's questions, right? This one doesn't have any. Let's try find one that does. Let's try find one that does. This one doesn't have any neither. Or either, there you go. Let's try find one. Here you go. Copy these questions, because you probably are going to be like, Montel, how do I answer the questions when I'm applying to jobs? Well, if you don't know, here's what you can do. Just grab these questions and you just ask them. You post out a job just like this and you get people to apply to your job, right? And then what you can do is you can see what their cover letter looks like, because again, you're going to need a cover letter. You're going to see their questions and how they answer them. And then what you can do is you can start building your cover letter around the best answers that you get. So that's called reverse engineering. So what you want to do is you want to reverse engineer what replies you get that are the best. Again, just to break that strategy down. You've got a client account. You're going to pretend that you're posting a job out that you yourself would apply to and you found on Upwork. So for example, let's find a job. Let's pretend you would love to apply to this job here. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to pick a random one. I wouldn't take that one, to be honest with you. Let's just grab this one here. Maybe this is a good job. Well, you copy this. And then what you do is you go and copy the questions, and then what you do is you post this job out or something very similar to this. And then what that's going to allow you to do is going to act as bait, and you're now going to get other freelancers to apply to your job. And when they apply to your job, you're going to see their cover letter, so what they put in their actual outreach message, and you're going to see their answers to the questions that you ask them. So now you're going to get people's answers so you can replicate them, and you're also going to get their cover letters so you can replicate them. So now you know what to actually start posting when it comes to applying to jobs on Upwork as well. So you're going to basically be able to reverse engineer people's cover letters and the replies to the answers. So then you can craft your own cover letter and your own answers based upon the best people that have applied to your job. I also recommend, because we're spending money on connects, to every single piece of outreach you do. Here's the difference in 2024. Because the connects have increased in price. You want to be super personalized with the outreach that you do in your cover letter. So in your cover letter, you want to make it super personalized to that job that you're applying to. You want to make it as if you've handwritten every single one. So you want to spend more time on this than just copying and pasting, copying and pasting, copying and pasting. You want to make it look like you've not used AI and you've actually read and you actually care about the proposal that you're sending out. So it will take you a little bit more time, but we want quality now over quantity. The reason for that is because the price of connects is increased. There used to be 6 connects max back in the day. Now it's increased. So what I want you to do is set a goal, and this is going to be the big thing that differentiates you from actually getting results. It's not going to be your profile or your portfolio. It's not going to be any of that. And I can say this as a fact because I have one of the biggest education programs on the planet for just Upwork on its own, like one of the largest for agency owners specifically that are beginner agency owners. And I probably can say without a doubt that I literally have the largest agency owner specific Upwork outreach program for beginners on this planet, quite literally. And the biggest differentiating factor I've seen with the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, literally hundreds of people that have gone through Agency Transmutation 1.0 is the people that succeed, they don't blame anything other than lack of outreach. They don't do anything other than outreach. They don't complain about, oh my God, I've sent this many outreach and I've not got a reply yet. They don't even do that. They just continuously do outreach until it gets boring. They stick to it for 90 days straight. And what they do is they set a specific number, which is 15 outreach a day, 20 outreach a day. They set a specific number and they set a specific time to sit down on their laptop or computer to do the outreach. And they make sure that they do it at the same time every day. So for example, at 9 a.m. every single day, let's say you've got a job, so maybe you got to do it at like 6 a.m. You got to wake up extra 2 hours earlier. So they wake up earlier, they get to the computer at the same time every day, and they make a routine out of it, like a religious routine. They become a monk, is what I'm trying to say. They go into like this monk mode and they lock in to a specific number. They say, okay, today I've got to do 20 outreach. Tomorrow I've got to do 20 outreach. And for the next 90 days, I've got to do 20 outreach on Upwork religiously. And I'm going to set a specific time and date, every single day at the same time. I know that I need to be at my computer doing Upwork outreach, 20 of them, and I am not going to stop until I've completed that task. They take it that seriously. In fact, they go on to build their whole being, their whole existence, their whole routine around getting this one task done. So they don't wake up, go to their job and then come back and then do Upwork outreach. What they do is they set their alarm 2 hours earlier, they wake up and then do the 20 outreach and then they go to work. Because they know if they go to work first, come back from work, they're gonna be super tired and not gonna wanna do outreach. They don't wake up and immediately jump onto Instagram and start scrolling. They don't do that. They wake up, grab their morning tea, their morning coffee, get straight to read their morning mindset, read a book, then they get straight to the computer. And at the computer, they're not opening up random tabs, going onto TikTok or anything like that. They lock their phones, they turn it off, they put it in another drawer in a completely different room in the house. They get straight to the computer, they block off all distracting websites using tools like Self-Control. Here's a good tool for you. It's called Self-Control on Mac, Self-Control. This allows you to block any distracting websites. You can set what websites you want it to block and it just blocks it. So the only thing they can have open on their desktop at their computer at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. is just Upwork. It's just Upwork, 20 outreach a day. And they lock their phones away, they lock the TV remotes away, and they just lock in for 90 minutes to do 20 Upwork outreach every single day, and they do this for 90 days straight. And if they miss a day, they restart. So that's going to be the biggest differentiating factor, and please don't let that go over your head. Please, please, please do not let what I just said go over your head. You've got to make this a religion for you. You've got to make it a religion. You've got to know when you wake up, first of all, your alarm's set at the same time every day. Your bedtime is at the same time every day. These are the biggest things that actually make the biggest differences. It's not the scripts or the templates or the portfolio, or how, or when, or what hour you're doing Upwork outreach, or that you're in a different time zone, or that you don't speak fluent English. It's never been that. I've had 16-year-olds. I've had land clients. I've had people from third world countries, developing countries, land clients. It does not matter. The biggest differentiating factor is sticking to 20 Upwork outreach per day for 90 days straight by locking your phones away and making it a routine, a religious routine. And you want to do outreach and complete your outreach before you do anything else, before you even have breakfast. Then you want to take sales calls in the evening. Now your aim is to get 8 to about 12 clients in 90 days. So you want to do 20 outreach a day, 15 outreach a day. You can actually work it out on the calculator here again. You can work out, you want to get 8 clients in the next 90 days, for example. Well, then it shows you need to do 10 outreach a day, minimum. You do 10 outreach a day, minimum. And your aim is to get to 5.2K to 7.8K within 90 days flat. The way how you would do that is you would you'd use this sheet and you can reverse engineer exactly how much outreach you would need to do. So you can just plug it into this particular sheet. If you want to get 12 clients, well then you just put 12 in here and it works it out for you exactly. So warning, your biggest issue will be your lack of consistency. It's going to be nothing else. Your second biggest issue is going to be not starting what I've just said because you're going to overthink everything I've just said. Trust me, I know. I've had over 800 people, 820 people just go through Agency Transmutation 1.0 alone. And the two biggest things I've seen that happens between people that get to like 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand a month with their agencies and then go on to do bigger things and then make like 202 grand a month, like one of my other students, is they just stick to Upwork outreach for like 90 days straight and they make it a religion. And the second thing they do is they don't overthink everything. They're not bothered about how this thing relates to that thing and what software is this and what email address do I need to sign up to Upwork with because I'm overthinking that. They don't care about what their logo looks like for their agency. They don't care about any of that. They know that if they just don't do outreach, they're not gonna get clients. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this part 2 of this particular 2-part series. Please, please, please follow this. And if you need any additional help, just book in a call below. You get a free resource anyway, or just drop me a DM just saying, I don't know, Upwork on Instagram. So just DM me the word Upwork and I'll just be able to help you with anything it is. But just be specific as to what you want help with, by the way. Don't just give me like a full life story. At least be like, Montel, can you show me how to do this or this thing or that thing or this thing? Or do you have a script for this or whatever it is? Just let me know. So book in a call or just drop me a DM. That being said though, go kill it, guys, please, because again, my aim, honestly, is not to get you to be like an Upwork master. Yes, you want to master Upwork and all that crazy stuff, but honestly, you don't really, just think of Upwork as a stepping stone. Upwork is just a stepping stone to get you that 5K per month, and then when you're at that 5K, that's when I want to work with you so that I can actually get you from like 5K to 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K a month. That's what I want to do, because I'm going to show you how to put that money into ads. And if you do want help with like Upwork, just drop me a DM on Instagram or booking a call or whatever it is. That being said, like I said, don't get stuck in running an agency though. This is the big mistake. I think this is the big scam of these gurus. They'll tell you to start an agency, then they'll make all their money from digital products and that sort of stuff, which is very, very true. You can't even deny that. I'm sorry, but I'm correct on this one. We can argue about it all you want, but digital products are more scalable, coaching more scalable. They make more money through coaching and digital products than they do their agencies. I'm sorry if you didn't know that. That's just how the cookie crumbles. So the point is this: I'm trying to get you from here to here. The only problem is that if I just teach you how to do these two things as you are now, it's not gonna work because you haven't gone through the prerequisite lessons and experience and skills that you need in order to build these two things. So my spiel is build your leverage over time. You've got to start with level 1 though. So this is the graph I'm going to be showing you guys religiously, because this is where most of you guys are here and you want to go to here, then here, and then here. Don't get stuck at level 1 and level 2. That's the scam. That's the scam. That's what I think the scam is. You want to be at level 3 and level 4. That being said, guys, if you want to see any little like testimonials or anything like that, just click the link below and use them as inspiration so you can actually go about doing this, because I know that it's hard to stick to something if you don't believe in it. So go look at the testimonials. We've got over 450 of them. Take a look into that. And if you want any additional help, just drop me a DM, whatever it is, booking a call. You get a free resource. Anyway, love you guys. Peace.